Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Thursday, August 29th, 2024. In this video, we're going to take a look at a social media blitz that our 45th president has done recently. It's causing some consternation in the mainstream, but for those of us that follow alternative news, we're wondering, is this a signal that some things that have been in the background are about to go public? And I thought that would make a fantastic tarot read. I'm going to take you to a compilation I've got. If it interests you, you can click on the Facebook link that will be in the video description box. But just follow along and we'll look at the things that seem to be causing this consternation in the mainstream and hope in the alt media community. All right, we have a post here from Shadow of Ezra, and he circled that Donald Trump retruth this, which was originally done by Spiritual Street Fighter 17, and real Donald Trump retweeted, "The world will understand. Nothing can stop what is coming." And then there's another circle around the Q plus that shows up in his hand here. Now, obviously, Donald Trump would not have retruthed this on his social media site if he hadn't approved of it and thought it was worth shouting out. What really got people going, though, was this one that earlier, I think yesterday it was, on the 28th. It may have been this morning on the 29th, so don't quote me on that or say that I said it was set in stone. He put this up: "All roads lead to Obama. Retruth if you want public military tribunals." I thought that was really interesting. And then I'd just like to read what Shadow of Ezra has here. "President Donald Trump sparked intrigue on Truth Social today by retruthing a series of cryptic posts, including 'The world will soon understand' and 'Nothing can stop what is coming,' accompanied by a Q symbol on his left hand. Just for your information, the Q plus is the call sign, along with mogul, that's assigned to the president on the military-grade communications forum known as what we call 17, so that I can keep my channel." And just to show, oh, I'm sorry, I should have stayed on that share screen and I clicked off it. I did have one more example of the truths that he was sharing with us. So I would like to go to that, and because I thought that this is something I truly believe. He retruthed this: "In the end, God wins." You can see the call sign here, WWG1, WGA, Q plus. In the parentheses, which is similar to the signature style that years ago Pragmatic got a signed photograph from then President Trump when he was officially, and publicly in office. And this was how the back of it was signed. And he did a really neat video before it was taken down against his will to show that that was the signature form that Donald Trump uses when he references himself as such. So he's been tweeting up a storm, beginning to do truths, which are his form of the social media posts about tribunals, and just asking people if they want them. And there was a resounding yes, absolutely, in the comments and replies for that. So let's just ask the universe if there is some communication from Donald J. Trump happening to those of us that are awake, telling us that the near future is going to show some televised tribunals, plus other insights and information the universe wants us to know. Okay, I have to move a cat, and then we'll, and I'll show you which one it is real quick. You'll only see about half of her, but there we go. Alieska is warming up the tarot table for us. So I will pause this video and gently move her so nobody yell at me, okay? And then we'll come back and see what the universe wants us to know about this question about is there some communication going on telling us in the near future we're getting ready to see some televised tribunals. So are we being communicated with about the televised tribunals? Are they in our near future plus additional insights and information? So the yes or no element is that what he's really signaling, that that's what's about to happen? So if there's a hard yes or an embedded yes, we'll find that out and then get some additional insights and information. Now, we've been told for years that at some point there would be televised tribunals to show people who was prosecuted, what their crimes were, things like that. Okay, we have the star, the 17th major arcana, one of my 17 confirmations. Okay, we have the 10 of cups. It's looking good, guys. If you're one that's not disturbed by the thought of seeing bad actors being held accountable and involved in military type justice proceedings. I'm not. It doesn't bother me a bit. Almost down. Okay. We have the 5 of cups, the Chariot, strong current events row going on here. Near future, we have the 3 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Swords. We'll get additional cards and see if there's further insights the universe wants us to know right now. Obviously, if you've been watching me for a while, you know when I get an ace on a yes or no question, I read that as a hard yes for our yes or no element or question. However, that can also be embedded in some of the information from the cards. So I'm going to share with you what I'm getting intuitively from the cards. First of all, yeah, Mr. T is very closely affiliated with the 17 team. Absolutely. It's no coincidence that he is retruthing things that have Q plus in them. So he's yeah, if you hadn't already put it together, what his role is for that team, he is the plus sign. Okay. Now, recent past, we have the 5 of Cups. There's been some sadness. There's been some delays in events that have caused consternation and sadness on the part of the White Hats. Okay. I'm not getting that this sadness is from, the deep state. Although they have cause for it, that's not what the cards are informing us about. And it's just time. It was time to move things along. The Chariot shows up when there's events and sometimes even a very real physical type of move that's going on. So things are in motion, and this is our present line. And we can be really happy that they are, okay? Because these events are heralding good things for the human race. Near future, we have the 3 of Pentacles telling us again that everything that's been done is on a very firm foundation. In other words, bolstering up that common refrain we have in the alt media community, that nothing can stop what is coming. And again, firm foundation, a lot of hard work's gone into the events that are going to start becoming public, and that we're not all there yet. But the 5 of Swords, we've got kind of a partial win going on here. We're not fully where we need to be. So this is kind of hinting to me that it's not as in the near future as we might hope, but it is coming down the pike. Let's get 4 more cards and see what they have to say. Again, these will be further insight and information cards, less impactful than the one here that indicated that there's a lot of hard work that's gone on. But understand that temporarily they haven't been able to go as public as fast as they wanted. Okay, ooh, we've got the 3 of Swords. We have the 7 of Cups. We have the Moon. I wish these were paired up with Justice so it'd be more obvious, but they're not. So let's see what the cards are telling us. Okay, first of all, we've got some endings that are coming down the pike. So they are coming down the pike, absolutely. As we were kind of indicated here, there's hard work, hasn't rolled out as fast as they wanted or as fully as they'd like yet, but it's coming, okay? Now, we're going to be watching some people that have been played by clones for quite some time, or if not a clone, a stand-in, a body double. central casting. Mr. T often refers to central casting for many, many individuals. Okay. And the choice is always is going to be yours. We've said the ending is not for everybody. There's people that will choose not to believe what they're seeing. They'll choose to turn off the events and just go about their daily life. That's their right. We're in a free will situation here, and that's as it should be. But yeah, there's some endings that are going to be happening here. Absolutely. And again, there's been every effort made to be generous with information, with advancing the plan. There's been a lot of efforts to be generous, but not overly so. Okay, we've had some recent events that have been kind of giving us some hope that there's some financial changes coming down the pike, like the big agricultural payout that was done to Black farmers that might have faced some difficulty in getting fair lending. So those were the kind of things we were told we would be seeing as things start to make a visible, public, and acknowledged change. So, but it's not all that's coming, guys. It's not. Nothing can stop what is coming, but nothing said that it would happen all at once or happen as quickly as we would like. And if you've been awake for any time at all, that's a reality we've just learned we have to live with. Let's recap. There has been some consternation in the mainstream media because Mr. T on his social media site, and it's getting traction then by being retruthed over on the platform known as X, has been posting and retruthing or reposting memes that he agrees with. And they talk about nothing can stop what is coming. They show a letter Q with a plus sign, other things like that. He even retruthed something that said, retruth this if you want to see tribunals, and mentioned our 44th president for the recipient of that little honor. So we just said, is he letting us know that we are closing in on the televised military tribunals that has been talked about and eagerly anticipated in the Anon community for a number of years? Remember, the executive order that allowed civilians to be subject to military tribunals for crimes against humanity or treason has been in effect since 2018. And it's a commonly held belief in the Anon community that those tribunals have been quietly happening and that there's analog recording of those that will be at some point disseminated to the general public to show what the crimes were, what the penalties were, etc. Are we getting close to that? We didn't get a hard yes, but we got some really encouraging and informative data from the cards. First of all, the situation. This is my 17 team card. It showed up for the situation. So yeah, we are getting some information from that team and their figurehead, who is Q plus, that we're closing in on that kind of information being available. We're going to be, those of us that are awake are going to be celebrating it and really, really happy when we are. So these two work together. It was encouraging right there with just two cards. Then got a little, now the insight I got via this card was that they haven't been happy at the pacing that's happened and some of the way things are still only now slowly changing and rolling out. There is forward motion, but they weren't happy about it. So just know that the vast majority of the White Hats did not want the pacing we've had to live with for consequences and cleanups and things like that. But the current card said, the waiting days are over. We're doing forward motion. We're moving forward. The Chariot card is often considered to be the younger energy of the Emperor. Sometimes I think I think of it as my Kennedy card sometimes, but it doesn't seem to yet always lock in on that person or family. So, but forward motion, definitely, absolutely. Things are moving and shaking. Reassuring in the future that the changes that we'll see, the consequences that will be known, are all based on reality, real events that have been carefully set up. firm foundation for the charges being brought against bad actors, the consequences being meted out to them. It's all based on a very firm foundation, and a lot of really hard work has gone into getting us here. That's one of the things that we tend to not give credit for, because so much happens in the background quietly. And when we're waiting for news and information, we're saying, it doesn't, we don't see the pacing and all the arduous work that goes into advancing this very, very important project. And that project isn't America focused, remember, guys, it is for the world, to bring this entire plane of existence from dark to light. And nothing can stop what is coming. It is. Now, just understand, it's not going to roll out all at once. Information that does come out or changes that we see aren't maybe going to have the pacing we want, but that's a temporary situation. Absolutely. The near future cards, the further insight cards, we had some information that, yeah, there is some loss of life that is in process, that has occurred and will occur for bad actors. Okay, they may try to lie their way out of it. They may try to have a double or a fabricated humanoid stand in their stead, but it's not going to do them much good, because nothing can stop what is coming. And again, part of the changes we're seeing does include, because we had several cards indicating the Pentacles, which is our tangible assets. It often talks also about hard work that you can put your finger on and demonstrate. So we had some Pentacles that showed up here and some Pentacles here. And this one often talks about some generosity, not extreme generosity, but again, just letting us know there is going to be some financial relief coming our way. And it may not be as much as we hope. It may not be as fast as we hope, but it is showing up in our near future. So I think also one other thing that I got from the cards, and you can, if it resonates with you, if it feels like it's plausible, fine. If not, it's my opinion. We in this read did not get a justice card. We did not get a judgment card, which would kind of be the hallmark of events that were involving tribunals. But we got that we're going to be happy with the information rolling out. So this to me confirms that, as I said, since 2018, actions have been quietly being taken against a lot of bad actors who don't seem to have left the earthly plane because of stand-ins, doubles, etc. But it's almost like they're saying, they've really wrapped up a lot of them. So the documentation that will be available at some point is already a little nicely aged. Now, if we can get the doubles out of there and just have a clear, plane of existence and an ability to clean this world up and have our health and systems restored and on track, that would be fabulous too. But it's coming. It really is, guys. It is. And that's my belief. And I find nothing in read after read after read after read after read that leads me to believe otherwise. So that's it for this video. I do have an afterword that has nothing to do with really politics, but if you're a regular viewer, I encourage you to stay and listen, because I have a favor to ask of you, regular viewers. Okay, but if you're leaving us now and not staying for the afterward, I wish you love and light and everything bright. If you want to receive it, it's yours. It's headed your way. You've got it already. Okay, now the afterword. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing my peek ahead video. And if you recall the one I did for August, it indicated that there was going to be a tower moment in the United States. Now I realize I'm making this video with, here in the United States, 48 hours still remaining to happen in August. So I'm not saying that. I've often thought that if something's going to happen, it's going to be right on the cusp of moving into September, something that might be considered a tower moment. But I would like you to just take a few minutes, if you're a regular viewer and you also follow, current events, and think about, for the United States specifically, what actions might have been indicative of a tower moment for the United States in August. Now, to my mind, I thought about how the Elon Musk, Donald Trump Twitter interview garnered over 1 billion views the first 24 hours. That was huge. That was historic. Absolutely. And then we had the fact that Elon Musk offered to be part of the administration, the transition team for Mr. T. And we also had RFK endorsing. And we had this month Mr. T being very obvious that there's a lot of former Democrats and people that have not been party members that are coming on board. We got Tulsi Gabbard, Elon Musk, we have RFK Jr., all willing to say we have some ideological differences, but we all want this country back in sound footing. We all want people to be healthy. We all want positive prospects for our future. And we'll row in that boat. So, but if you can think of other events that might have qualified as tower moments, and that is not, dismissing the possibility that in the next 48 hours there could be something even more. But so think about that, meteorological events or things like that I might have overlooked. Let's see, because the tower moment is defining. It's big, but it's not necessarily something that shakes the entire world to its foundations. So what I'm asking you to do, if you can think of something I haven't mentioned in this afterward, would you put it in the comments? Okay. Just tower moment in the US for August that I noticed was, that kind of thing. I would really appreciate that because I'd like to kind of get a feel for that. It's also going to help me as a tarot reader to get kind of a feel for what the cards are what they consider to be tower moments. Okay. Because they're not always about, a big assassination or a catastrophe, of the 9/11 variety. Tower moments are just ones that kind of cause a turning point. They're important, but they're not necessarily, coast to coast, universally seen, accepted, and understood. So your help would be appreciated very much. And you are appreciated just for being a viewer. So you don't have to do that. I'm just glad you're here. I really am. I don't take any of you for granted. And I'm blessed beyond measure to do this and have so many of you watch and find value in it. It still amazes me to this day. So I send you love. I send you light. And I wish for you everything bright. If you want to receive it, it's yours. If you don't, I don't understand it, but that's okay too. Until next time, which will be tomorrow, with the peek ahead for September, I just say goodnight. Bye.